Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, and welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Into the Light / the Final Shape prep intel. It's the last week before the Final Shape actually launches, and we have another version of the 0-hour mission, or at least another perk available for the Outbreak Perfected that you might want to collect, as well as the new exotic ship is finally available if you've been doing the switches right before the boss room every single week. You don't need to do that in Legendary. You can just do that in the normal version of the 0-hour mission. So I'm going to take you through all of those things, glitches for all of them. If you've seen any of my previous videos, this is sort of going to be a comprehensive version of those. If you want a little bit more detail on any one of these specific glitches, you can always go back and take a look. But this will be a easy skip for the normal version, as that's really all I would suggest using the skip glitch for, but then an unlimited time glitch for the legendary version. So if you wanted to do the switches as well as get the legendary version done all in one run, you will be able to do that with these glitches. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on the bell to post notifications so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2 Into the Light or Final Shape content like this. So as you drop down into the Trevor room, which is probably going to be the most annoying part of any of these things, and this is for the exotic ship, you have to shoot the plates on the walls with the Outbreak Perfected, as you've done in previous weeks. But like I said, it's very difficult because Trevor is always right behind you, and if you do these in the wrong order, and they can rotate on occasion, you will have to reset them. This was just the order that I had to do them in after I'd messed up a couple of times. But like I said, you can do this on the normal version. When you drop down into the Trevor room, if you go to your immediate left, you'll notice under the first little hideaway section that that's where you can start the first plate or initiate the first plate. And then once you get down into the area right before the boss, this is the entrance for those switches in order to get the exotic ship. And it's fairly simple once you get past the Trevor area. Seems like a cool exotic ship, very similar to the one we used to have, though has a different name. Can't really pronounce the name, but if you know how it's said, let me know in the comments section down below, because is it, let's just see here, the Venma Junker, maybe? In any case, now we're going to skip ahead to the time glitch, skip ahead to the infinite time glitch, no pun intended. But in any case, for people who were asking on the last video, no, the emote in the wall is not part of that. It's just to get the enemies to leave me alone a little bit while the timer counts down. And as you can see, the timer is counting down to almost 0, and that's what we want. So you really only need to get through the first few sections of ads in the full time. So you have 20 minutes to get to the area where you see me here. And then once the timer is about to count down to 0, that's when you want to kill the last ad in this area. When you do, when the timer is at 1 or right before it hits 0, you will glitch the mission and you will have infinite time for the legendary. It's because when you open the portals or the doorways to progress, the timer actually disappears. You might not notice that, but when you get the timer to disappear right as the timer is about to count down to 0, you glitch the game and you have infinite time. You just have to make sure that the enemy that you're killing when the timer hits 0 is the last enemy. And I think that's probably been one of the things that's tripped people up a little bit. Maybe they missed an enemy. But then you'll have infinite time to do the switches for the first part of the new craftable perk for the Catalyst, which I believe is Head Seeker this week. The first switch is over here to the right. Once you get past right where we were last week for the last switch, those red tubes that lead out to the outside. So just head to your right as soon as you exit those tunnels. And then you'll fly back over And I do it fairly quickly here, but you'll probably have a bit more time than this. And up to the top here on the left side. And now you just have to complete the 0-hour mission on Legendary, which you can continue to do because you'll have infinite time. I included the floor pattern for today, though remember to always check and see what the burn is for the 0-hour. That'll tell you what the floor pattern is going to be. But today I believe it was solar, and this is the solar pattern for Legendary. Might not be that necessary. By the time you see this, there might be a new pattern, but figured I'd include it. Then we're going to head into the boss room, and I've talked about a couple of little cheese spots for the boss before, but I'll just give you a brief reminder that you can jump on top of this crane area. As you enter the boss room, you'll see some stairways and a little gantry leading up. Go up that gantry and stand on top of it for at least 5 seconds. That will actually establish a spawn point at that spot, which is sort of rare in the boss arena. Most of the times you'll find that when you die, you'll get spawned outside of the boss arena and you have to drop back down. But for whatever reason, when you go to the right, you can establish a spawn point there or on top of this crane. Or if you use the crane to jump up to this catwalk, you can establish a spawn point up here. So even when you die, so long as you're up here, and if you fall down, I would suggest maybe die really quickly, you will respawn up on this catwalk. And you can go back and forth across the catwalk to kill the would-be ads on either side. It'll make the whole thing quite a bit easier in that regard, especially when the boss starts to move around a little bit. But for the most part, I like to stay on this side just because you have a little bit of extra protection from that crane that is hanging down beneath you. It tends to collect a lot of the enemy fire that they're shooting at you. And remember to bring Dragon's Breath with you for the tanks. Not only for the first tank, if you're doing this the normal way, it will one-shot it or maybe two-shot it at the very most, but in any case, disable it very quickly as you saw it do here. I unfortunately ran out of an extra brick of heavy, but it's great to have with you. Remember, you don't have to use one particular setup for the 0-hour on Legend. You can swap out weapons as you need it. So I wouldn't bring Dragon's Breath or wouldn't use Dragon's Breath for the beginning part of the 0-hour, but definitely for the boss, or maybe anything after that first tank. I would use a sword, and then once I got to the boss arena, I would set up with a Dragon's Breath again. And that's going to be it for all the information in today's video. Hopefully you found something in this video helpful. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on the bell to post notifications so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2, the Final Shape content like this. It's right around the corner. There's going to be a lot of stuff I'm going to be covering. I can't wait to bring it to you. So appreciate all the new subscribers to the channel and all the support as of late. Videos have been doing amazing, so thank you all so much for continuing to tune in and watch. If you've watched till this point in the video, you can leave a hashtag 0-hour or a hashtag the final shape in the comments section down below for another entry into the next giveaway on this YouTube channel. Remember, we do one every 1,000 subscribers, so you never want to miss out. And when if we reach 100,000 subscribers, we'll be giving away an Xbox Series X or a video card if you play on PC. I'm just going to include another little run of the time glitch so you can see it again if you're somebody who's trying to get the timing down exactly. But once more, I'm Wilhelm Scream. Thanks again so much for watching and all the support. And of course, we will see you next time. Little!